goes up must come down. That high horse ran me into the ground. My crash and burn was written all over my face. So I walked into those swinging doors, ordered me a drink, and as the barman poured it, he said, "Is this the first time life has brought you to this place?" Rock bottom is my favorite place to be. You can find it in the last sip of your drink. Everybody's moving on from the past. Once the ice hits the bottom of the glass, we're the friends Gar sang the song about. We might be low, but we ain't down and out. Come on in if you ever got a problem. I'll see you again at rock bottom. It in the liquor that you got right here, making the best of a bad situation you're in. You might be lonely, but you ain't alone. Misery loves company and calls this home. Life can be hell, it's a hell of a lot better with friends. Oh yeah. Rock bottom is my favorite place to be. You can find it in the last sip of your drink. Everybody's moving on from the past. Once the ice hits the bottom of the glass, we're the friends Gar sang the song about. We might be low, but we ain't down and out. Come on in if you ever got a problem. I'll see you again at rock bottom. Favorite place to be. You can find it in the last sip of your drink. Everybody's moving on from the past. Once the ice hits the bottom of the glass, we're the friends Gar sang the song about. We might be low, but we ain't down and out. Come on in if you ever got a problem. I'll see you again at rock bottom. Come on in if you ever got a problem. See you again at rock bottom.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
It's just you and me. Let's take it nice and slow. Put on a Marvin Gaye tune and turn it down nice and low. I wanna see that red silk dress slide gently to the floor. Hey, sexy lady, dim the lights and lock all the doors. There's a soothing sensation and the magic when we touch. Say this night will last forever. I just can't get enough. This sweet hot loving you pour on me rocks me all night long. So come on, baby, rock on, rock on, rock on. lost in your bedroom as I feel my heart caving in. Baptized in your desire, I've been bathing all night long, still clinging to Friday night that's already gone. There's a soothing sensation and the magic when we touch. Say this night will last forever, I just can't get enough. This sweet hot loving you pour on me rocks me all night long. So come on, baby, rock on, rock on, rock on, yeah. Sweet hot loving you pour on me rocks me all night long. So come on, baby, rock on. Yeah, come on, baby, rock on. Come on, baby, rock on, rock on, rock on.
His name is Darren Wright, and I had a great radio interview with him a few weeks ago. His song called Rock On, an absolute hit. And before that, Rock Bottom from Eli Mosley, and I had a great radio interview with him too. Who have I not talking to on the radio? Well, I'll tell you what, the next artist I'm getting ready to play, we are trying to work out a deal to get him on the program as well. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best by indie artists. We want to give a big shout out and a thank you to our affiliate stations for carrying the program, like KUHSdenver.com out of Denver, Colorado, Country Road 58 in Germany. We've got countryradio.musicforfriends.com in Belgium, DevilsCountryRadio.com in Belgium, It'sLifeRadio.com in Belgium, and Radio the King in Belgium as well. So thank each and every one of you for playing this program. We sure do appreciate it. I've got a great radio interview scheduled for tonight. Here in just a little bit, I'll be talking to Alicia Eichel from Canada. It will be our second radio interview, and so it's like talking to a friend, and we'll just be catching up and telling stories and playing music on the radio. Nothing better than that on a Friday night. We appreciate you spending the time with us. Let's make it worthwhile by continuing with the great country music. The next artist that I'm trying to get a radio interview with is this guy. His latest single is called Too Soon. I found him on TikTok, and you guys need to go follow Cooper Allen. It is A-L-A-N on his last name. This is called Too Soon. Cooper Allen on KICR Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
Never been in no hurry, like to take things slow. Wasn't looking for forever, just going with the flow. But one drink led to what's your name, to can't get the thought of you out of my brain, to maybe finding that one thing that changes everything. Cause pretty soon gonna be 2 toothbrushes by the sink, 2 coffee cups, waking up every morning, what you think? Are we moving too fast? Fine with me if we do. So when it comes to you, it can't come too soon. When it comes to you, it can't come too soon. Every time you kiss me, the less I give a damn about what I thought I wanted. Got me changing my plans. If it keeps on going like it's going, girl, and I'm going gone, I got a feeling the way you got me feeling, it won't be too long. Cause pretty soon gonna be 2 toothbrushes by the sink, 2 coffee coffee cups, waking up every morning, what you think? Are we moving too fast? Fine with me if we do. 'Cause when it comes to you, it can't come too soon. When it comes to you, it can't come too soon. Yeah. Might lead to 2 rings, 2 acres, 2 babies running round. Got my head up in the clouds, ain't coming down, and I like the sound of 2 toothbrushes by the sink, 2 coffee cups, waking up every morning, what you think? Are we moving too fast? Fine with me if we do. 'Cause when it comes to you, it can't come too soon. When it comes to you, it can't come too soon.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
She's your Sunday morning, and I'm your Friday night. She's your top shelf, treat yourself, and I'm a cold Miller Lite. She's a pretty sundress, I'm an old ripped pair of jeans. She's a shiny new sports car, and I'm a 69 Shelby GT. But I don't wanna be your good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar. I don't wanna be your good time girl, never seen you sober, only see you in the dark. And I'm not asking you to give me the world, but I don't wanna be your good time girl. She's a vase of flowers, and I'm a rose tattoo. She's a light shade of yellow, and I'm a darker shade of blue. She's a fairy tale on paper, a sure bet you could never lose. But you ain't fooling me, boy, 'cause when you're holding me, your heart tells the truth. But I don't wanna be your good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar. I don't wanna be your good time girl, never seen you sober, only see you in the dark. And I'm not asking you to give me the world, but I don't wanna be your good time girl. I know you think you love her, but we can't go on like this. There's so much more between us than just another midnight kiss. But I don't wanna be your good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar. I don't wanna be your good time girl, never seen you sober, only see you in the dark. And I'm not asking you to give me the world. No, no, I'll never be your diamonds and pearls, but I don't wanna be your good time girl. No, I don't wanna be your good time girl.
She is another artist that has gone viral on TikTok with that song right there. It is the latest from Taylor Austin Dye. That is called Good Time Girl. We always have a good time around here. Boys and girls love that. Well, I'll tell you what, I am on that app TikTok. You can follow me over there at Tim Kelly on Air. I'm doing these little 15-second promos playing the artists that we play on the radio, both on the classic country side and the new country side. So if in 15 seconds I have 1,000 views on one of those little bitty promo videos, just think of what I could get if you listen to the whole song. You can do that on this radio station. And you can request the music that I post on there as well. We love taking those requests. We have a live interactive chat room. You can find it at Spreaker, that is SPREAKER.com. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio, or you can do it right off of our website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Up next is Ward Davis. This is called Don't Open That Door on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
You deserve so much better than me. I can't count the times I crawled back on my knees. So now I know just what I gotta do. But the pain of leaving here is gonna take a drink or two. I'm sober right now, but not for long. So listen to me good before my good sense is gone. When I show up after midnight, calling out your name, begging you to take me back, swearing that I'll change, saying all the things I said 1,000 times before. Whatever you do, don't open that door. It's time we both admit this is wrong, but neither one of us can let the other one move on. We could try again, but you know good and well that you could save us both a heartache and tell me to go to hell. When I show up after midnight, calling out your name, begging you to take me back, swearing that I'll change, saying all the things I said 1,000 times before. Whatever you do, don't open that door. No, girl, there ain't no way I could ever let you go. So you have to be the one to tell me no. When I show up after midnight, calling out your name, begging you to take me back, swearing that I'll change, saying all the things I said 1,000 times before. Whatever you do, don't open that door. Don't open that door.
New country sounds like this.
Talk to me, Texas. I'm proud of where I've been.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm round my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I can hook a trailer on a 2-inch hitch. I can shoot a shotgun, I can catch a fish. I can change a tire on the side of a road. Yeah, I know a few things a man ought to know. How to know when it's love, how to stay when it's tough, how to know you're messing up a good thing, and how to fix it before it's too late. And yeah, I know a boy who gave up and got it wrong. If you really love a woman, you don't let her go. Yeah, I know a few things a man ought to know. If I can't have it, I can do without. I can hang a picture same as I can take it down. And how to keep it hidden when a heart gets broke. Yeah, I know a few things a man ought to know. How to know when it's love, how to stay when it's tough, how to know you're messing up a good thing, and how to fix it before it's too late. And yeah, I know a boy who gave up and got it wrong. If you really love a woman, you don't let her go. Yeah, I know a few things a man ought to know. How to know when it's love, how to stay when it's tough, how to chase forever down a driveway, how to never let it get there in the first place. And yeah, I know a boy who gave up and got it wrong. If you really love a woman, you don't let her go. Well, I know a few things a man ought to know. Yeah, I know a few things a man ought to know.
That young lady is having a lot of success in the world of country music. I think it's the voice. Yeah, she's got the voice for it, doesn't she? Her name is Lainey Wilson, and that is called Things a Man Ought to Know. Like great country music when he hears it. I know that. We debuted this song last night on Triple Play Thursday's show. It was one of 3 great songs, but it has been going viral on TikTok. Another artist you got to follow over there. His name is Hayden Kaufman. His latest single is called Good As It Gets on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on a finally Friday.
She's a wake-up call at 6 a.m. and I'm a snooze button getting hit again. Cut off them lights and crawl back to bed. Now I've tried my best to understand why she picked a honky-tonkin' guitar man. I just can't get that thought on out of my head. Yeah, she puts the 10 in Tennessee. She's everything I'll ever need. Good as it gets, and it's ever gonna be. Dancing around with her 2 left feet. Now I pray, oh my good Lord, don't ever let her leave. She's singing along while the radio plays her favorite song by King George Strait. Check yes or no, and I'm gonna love her to my grave. It's as good as it gets, better than I thought it could be. 'Cause for whatever reason she loves me. Now I've been known to run around, but these days I don't leave the house. 'Cause she's everything I need to have a real good time. She's as good as it gets, and it's ever gonna be. Dancing straight check, yes or no, and I'm gonna love her to my grave. It's as good as it gets, better than I thought it could be. 'Cause for whatever reason she loves me, yeah. She loves me. She's a Jack and Coke on a front porch swing, and I'm a sucker for a woman from Tennessee. Good as it gets, and it's ever gonna be. Dancing around with her two left feet. Now I pray, oh my good Lord, don't ever let her leave. She's singing along while the radio plays her favorite song by King George. Straight check, yes or no, and I'm gonna love her to my grave. It's as good as it gets, better than I thought it could be. 'Cause for whatever reason she loves me. Oh, she loves me. She loves me. She loves me.
That is the latest single from Hayden Kaufman, and you got to check him out and follow him on TikTok, and you'll be seeing him promoting that song like crazy. It's gone viral over there, and we absolutely love it. I was waiting for that one to come out. It just came out 2 days ago on the 21st, so good stuff on the radio already. Good as it gets? I don't know. I think we can do a little bit better because we got a live radio interview getting ready to happen. Our second one with Alicia Eichel. How are you tonight?
I am doing great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Excited about this interview.
Awesome. Me too. It's always great chatting with you.
Yeah, you too. You know, we like old friends now. I mean, I'm the old one. You're not. But yeah, it's fun to be able to talk to the artist multiple times. I did Jeremy Parsons last night, good buddy of mine from San Antonio, for the third time, and it's always great to be able to talk to you guys again, because now I kind of already know a little bit about you, but we'll get into that and let the fans that haven't heard the first interview learn about you. But tell me what you've been up to here lately. I guess you're back in Canada. You are from Canada.
I am. I'm Canadian, born and raised, and I was living down in Nashville for 9 months last year, and that was awesome. Love Nashville, and I've been going down there for many years too. But the pandemic unfortunately brought me back to Canada. Just with all of the stuff going on with the pandemic, I had to return to my own country, and I'm still up here. So I am anxiously awaiting being able to return, but everything is still quite locked down up here. We're pretty behind the U.S., quite far behind in everything going on. But I'm hoping to get back down there this summer, so I'm just really looking forward to being back. And but I've been keeping busy in Canada. I've been busy with releasing a new single, getting back into studio. Unfortunately, there's no live shows still, so my band and I have not been performing. But I've been doing a ton of writing. I had a Skype co-write this morning, and I've been doing a lot of co-writing online, which has been awesome. So just, keeping as busy as I can with everything. Well,
that's good stuff. Same way here, and things are easing up a little bit. The town we live in, just north of Branson, Missouri, they are ending the mask mandate tonight at midnight. So,
that is awesome.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we've been waiting for that for a while. But, they still said, like, when you go into a retail store, if that store wants you to wear a mask, it'd be good to comply with it, so there's not any problems. But we're halfway through. We're halfway through the vaccinations. I've got to get my second one next Friday, a week from today. So, just it's the place that I do a full-time gig that pays pretty good off the air, too, while I'm not doing this. So I have to go out and meet the public and leave this basement studio of mine. Man, I hate that.
Yeah. Well, that's good that things are getting back to normal down there. And I know I've been seeing a lot of friends that's performing again in Nashville and all around Tennessee and in Texas and in other states as well. So that's so good to see. I'm hoping that Canada's not too far behind. But just ready to get back and hit the stage and definitely missing performing.
Yep, absolutely. I'm sure glad when you get into the studio, though, and make some magic, because every song you send to me and to us here at the radio station is a great song, and I love everything that you do. There's not one that I have turned down from you, and nor do I ever think I probably will.
Thank you so much, Tim. That means so much to me. The support is just awesome, and it really, really, truly means the world to me to have that kind of support. And as an artist and a songwriter, these songs are like my babies. You get into studio and you create these songs, and you write them, and then you go into studio and see them really come to life. And it means so much when radio and fans and everyone just them, and when the songs resonate. That's why we do it. We hope that music will make a difference, and so I'm gonna keep putting music out as long as people will keep listening.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I told you last time we talked, there was a song that you did. I think it was called "You Rescued Me," but it might have been a year old, I believe, at the time. But I liked it so well, I was like, hey, do you mind if I play that? Because it's new to everybody that listens to this program, and it was new to me, so.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
And you agreed, so
yeah,
I put it in the rotation
absolutely. Too. Yeah, and that song was very special. I wrote it straight from the heart, and teamed up with an animal rescue with that one, and it was dedicated to my dog Hank that had passed away. And so that song was really, really special, and I know it resonated with a lot of people. And whether someone lost a loved one, a person, or an animal, it's all grief. And we all go through that in life. So that song definitely is very near and dear to my heart.
Yep, and I saw those posts that you made about him too, and that touched me because we have a dog. We're an animal lovers, and generally she's behind me now, but usually she's underneath my feet while I'm doing this radio show. And if nobody rings the doorbell or knocks on the door, we're all good. But when that happens, this show could go south real quick.
That is funny. That's funny you say that, because I have another dog now, Cash, named after Johnny Cash, and he's also a French bulldog. And he's great. Like, when I'm doing my interviews, he will be right next to me sleeping, but then, oh my goodness, if someone rings the doorbell, he is just through the roof barking.
That's the way ours is. When she's in her pet carrier cage, and she's got a big one, she's a big dog. She's the meanest thing in the world. You let her out, she's fine. She'll sniff you, and she wouldn't hurt anybody. So.
But, that's so funny.
Yep, they're awesome pets, and their family too. Well, hey, I want to talk about some of the folks that inspire you in the world of country music, because I'm looking at some of the names out here, female names like Martina McBride, Faith Hill, Shania, Dolly, Patsy Cline, Terry Clark. That's a pretty good playlist for my classic country show that I just did. I played half of those on my list today.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, I grew up on 90s country, and my parents, they introduced me to country when I was a kid, and so I love so much of that kind of music. And Shania's Canadian, and she just really inspires me. She went through a lot of hard times, a lot of trials in her life, and still overcame all of that and created great music. And she's a great person. And then I love a lot of the classic stuff, like Patsy and Dolly and Johnny, and even stuff like Elvis, because I play piano, so I love to rip up the piano on some of the Elvis tunes with my band. And then I love a lot of the new artists, I love Miranda Lambert and Carly Pierce and Eric Church, and there's just so many, I can't even list them all, that I look up to, and just love their style of writing and who they are as people. And there's just so much great music out there, which is awesome.
Yeah, I do this show now. Yesterday, I brought it back it was week number 3 of a show called Triple Play Thursday. So I'm going to get you on that show probably next week, and I'll play 3 of your songs in a row, back to back to back.
Ooh, awesome.
So, it is a really popular show, and I don't know why I ever stopped doing it. I did it about a year and a half ago and did it for a while. And so I brought that show back. But I played 3 from Elvis Presley the other day. I love In the Ghetto, and then Suspicious Minds. I mean, he did some good country stuff. And Dwight Yoakam even covered Suspicious Minds and put that out to radio.
Yes.
And I had a fellow in my chat room the other day that said he still likes Elvis's version better than Dwight's. So, Elvis did some good country.
Great. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
He did some good country music too, didn't he?
He did, yeah, and he really, paved the way for rock and roll and I think country as well. I mean, now when you listen to some of these older artists, their stuff could almost be, now if they were releasing music, probably would be country.
Yeah.
Just the way that the genre has gone. So pretty awesome.
Yep. I talked to an artist, in fact, last night, Jeremy Parsons, that his latest single that he released is doing well in the Americana genre. And I loved it enough that, it's a great song to put on country radio, too, so it fits both.
That's very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's excellent. Break into both markets like that. That is so good.
Well, and not only the United States market, but you're in Canada, and I've said this many times, the number 2 places, 1 and 2 punch that I get music from is Texas here in the United States and Canada. But now I just recently got syndicated in Germany. They're loving the show over there. So as soon as I get off, I have to go into Dropbox and send him the file of the downloaded show so they can re-air it over in Germany. And then he's got friends in Belgium, and they both hit me up, and I'm syndicated on 3 stations now in Belgium, and they love the music that you indie artists make.
That is awesome. That is so great to hear. And really cool because I have some friends and family over in Europe, so it's pretty cool, just to have know that I'm getting played over there as well and getting some support all around the world, which is truly amazing.
So yeah, it's cool when you can go multi-genre, but multi-market. I mean, with internet radio and just blasting it out there, every time you push play, it goes to all these countries. And now, the German station is heard in 190 countries. So my show's on there for 3 hours. You've got a captive audience in 190 countries. I love that.
Wow, that is amazing! Congratulations!
Yeah,
that's so exciting.
Thank you. And and that's why I'm glad to play artists like you, because your music deserves to be heard. You work hard at your craft, and I saw too that not only did you do some singing, but you also did some acting a little bit. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, when I grew up, growing up, I was really into music, obviously, piano, classical piano, and singing and songwriting and acting, musical theater, and so I haven't done a lot of it in my adult life, but I've been doing some music videos again now, which has been really fun. And actually, one of my dreams is to act in the Hallmark movies.
Oh, there you
have
go.
Music in Hallmark.
There you
Love
go.
those movies. They're wholesome and they have great, love stories and great stories, and I really enjoy watching them. And I've had a lot of people say, "Why aren't you in the Hallmark movies?" And I'm like, you know what? I just need to I need to find out how to get into that, because it would be truly a dream come true to be able to have some music in some of those movies and be able to act in them as well, and use some of those acting skills that I used to use a lot more. So that would be very fun.
Yeah, I could see you acting in those Hallmark movies now that you brought it up. I really could. I think you would be awesome in one of those.
Oh, thank you.
When I had ICTV, which I no longer have, it's just totally radio now, and I redid the website and everything, I had 538 videos playing around the clock. But especially at Christmas time, about November, right after Thanksgiving, I would load up those Hallmark movies from the Hallmark Channel and copy those links off of YouTube, and they would play in a nice rotation, so you could just go down that list of 25 or 30 Hallmark movies and pick the one that you wanted to watch. And I looked at the stats on a lot of that stuff all the time, and people were watching those, so those are super popular.
They are super popular, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they get a lot of played a lot on TV up here in Canada as well, and I think they're super popular worldwide, so awesome.
I agree. Well, hey, let's talk about your latest single. It's a simple word. It's called Household. Tell us about this song, and I've looked at it in the website and a little bit of story behind it, but tell it to the folks out there in Radio Land, and then we'll play it here in just a little bit.
Yeah, so I co-wrote Household when I was living in Nashville, and it was a co-write with Kelly Seidel. She's a really great writer in Nashville. And the song is really honest. It's a true, story of what I went through shortly before I moved to Nashville. So just before I moved to Nashville, I had been in a 5-year relationship. It was very serious, and we had bought a chunk of land together, 25 acres out in the country, and we built a house from the ground up, and we built it ourselves. So we, didn't have a builder. We were the builders, so we did a lot of the work ourselves and put a lot of heart and time and energy and love went into that. building that house and that home. And unfortunately, the love that held that household and relationship together fell apart. And it was very devastating. It was quite unexpected. And it actually happened just 2 weeks before I was headed down to Nashville on a trip to record, just on a trip. And so when I went to Nashville 2 weeks later, I said, you know what? I am going to see if I can move here because it's always been my dream. And I'm going to see if I can make a go of it down here. And so when I was there for that trip, I, just looked to see if there was opportunity to move, and God opened the doors for me so big in just such a cool way with some people I met who were friends of friends, and they said, come live with us, and now they're my family down there.
Wow.
And, it was just amazing how that all came together, and the doors opened for me to move and just live with the most incredible people and make the most incredible friends. And I met a ton of people in the industry and, did a ton of songwriting and performing, and it was truly amazing getting to live there for 9 months. And so Household was one of the songs I wrote when I was there. I picked up the pieces of my broken heart, moved to Nashville, and turned those broken heart pieces into songs and turned those experiences into songs. And Household is one of those songs that really tells my story. So I knew after we wrote it in like 2 hours. It was one of those songs that just came together so quickly. And I knew right after we finished writing, I have to record and release this one. And it wasn't the right song to release last summer. I released Get Lost last summer because that was more of a summer song.
Uh-huh.
And I planned to be back in Nashville and record Household with my producer, Daniel Dennis, in Nashville. And unfortunately, just because of the pandemic and everything, our borders still being closed up here in Canada, I wasn't able to go back. So I recorded this in Calgary at an award-winning studio, MCC studio in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. The producer was great to work with and worked with a wonderful team of award-winning musicians. And I, did the vocals and harmonies and did the piano in studio as well. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how it turned out. And I feel like it really, really shows my heart and a very honest account of what I went through. And I hope that it resonates with listeners as much as it's resonated with me and what I've been through.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I was loving the song, but when I did my show prep tonight and pulled up your bio again, then I read all of that, what you just said, and I did not know that about you or anything until I read that tonight. It had been added, later on after we did our first interview, and so... Yeah. That speaks volumes to me because, in a situation like that, a lot of people stop and take a pause or take a break from their music and reevaluate things. You didn't do that. You kept going, and you're still making the music, gonna, resolve to probably maybe move to Nashville permanently one of these days, and that's just awesome. I love that, and that's why I love doing these interviews, is to hear stories like that.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. It's that was one of the things in that relationship. He actually wanted me to quit music. And I was like, I cannot do that. My music has been doing it forever and has been, finally was starting to take off. And music is not just what I do. It's really who I am. Mm-hmm. And so, to want me not to do it, that's like taking a piece of me. That's like taking a part of me away, right? Yeah. And especially, losing my voice, back when I was like 19 years old and being told I wouldn't sing again and getting my voice back and that whole miracle, I'm just like, this is what I'm meant to do. This is who I am and what I'm meant to do with my life. And so, I think, when we go through hard times, we can either let them break us or we can take those pieces and we can, put ourselves back together and use those hard experiences to write songs and to help people and, have more empathy for others going through hard times. And I think every hard thing that we go through makes us stronger and it makes us who we are.
Absolutely. So, kind of reminds me of what my girlfriend's daughter said to me when we first met. We've been together now almost 8.5 years, and she said we're a package deal. Meaning the girlfriend and the daughter are a package deal. So that's like you telling him, me and my music, we're a package deal. And I'll never forget that. I still bring it up to her every once in a while. She calls me Pops now, even though I'm not her real dad. But, I love her just like she's my own daughter, and that's true. She was right about that from the get-go. They're a package deal, and you got to be able to, you have to accept that or the relationship's not going to work.
Exactly. I love that. That is so awesome. And yeah, that is so true. It's a package deal.
Yeah.
And that's how I am with my dog too. I'm like, my dog and I, we're a package deal.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I love the song, and we're going to expose it to the rest of the world right now. It is called Household from Alicia Eichel on KICR Indie Country Radio. We'll come back, talk some more, and play another one of her songs. So check this one out first.
Out in the country, at least a mile down from that exit off the highway, there's a wooden rail fence that leads to a gravel driveway on a piece of land from the ground up. We use timber beams and bricks to build our dreams, a foundation so strong it could weather anything, or so it seemed. When I was with you, it was a bedroom with a view, more than wine on a back porch under the full moon. It was dancing in the kitchen, it was making plans and wishing. I thought we were building a household, but now there's nothing in this house left to hold. Now it's just a hallway, no pictures hang of you and me, with nothing but a memory, an empty space, and every move I make is echoing what we used to be. When I was with you, it was a bedroom with a view, more than wine on a back porch under the full moon. It was dancing in the kitchen, it was making plans and wishing. I thought we were building a household, but now there's nothing in this house left to hold on to, 'cause I can't hold you anymore. When I was with you, it was a bedroom with a view, more than wine on a back porch under the full moon. We were dancing in the kitchen, we were making plans and wishing. I thought we were building a household, but now there's nothing in this house left to hold. Out in the country, at least a mile down from that exit off the highway.
That is the latest single from Alicia Eichel. It is called Household, and man, the story behind that song, if you're just now tuning in, go back and hit the recorded version of this show after it's over, because you got to hear how this all came about. It is amazing, and you'll be able to check it out on her website too. We'll give you that information here in just a little bit, but yeah, good stuff, man. They're loving that in the chat room too.
Oh, awesome. That's great to hear.
Absolutely. Tell us about your songwriting experiences and maybe your style. I ask that all the time, and you know that really intrigues me, because most of the artists we play write their own material. And so, do you write on your own, or do you co-write, or is it a little combination of both?
It's a combination of both. Household was a co-write with Kelly Still in Nashville. And
That's right.
Some songs I write on, like my Christmas song "One Wish" was written on my own, and a lot of them are co-writes. So I just have on Skype, because we're currently on lockdown in Canada, so we're not allowed to really see a lot of people. So was with an artist up here on Skype that we co-wrote, and yeah, and I've still been writing with a lot of writers in Nashville via FaceTime and Skype and Zoom since I'm up in Canada right now. But I do a lot of co-write, a lot of writing on my own. I play piano as my main instrument, so a lot of times I come up with stuff on the piano first, or I come up with like lyrics or an idea first. And I also play guitar, so sometimes I take my guitar out, and I love to be outside. So when I used to live on a farm, I would go sit on the tailgate of the truck, of our old blue farm truck, and I'd go sit on the tailgate and sit with my guitar and play and sing to my horse and come up with song ideas just being out in the field. And, you know, so I love that. I love just getting inspired by nature and being outside. So it's nice with guitar because you can take it anywhere. Whereas piano's a little harder.
Yeah, that's a little bit hard. That's a little bit of tough. Hey, I want to ask you this too. Now, in your songwriting, do you have to come up with the title first or the hook, or is it lyrics and then you kind of piece some things together and then think, you know, this would be a good title for that song, or how do you kind of do that?
Honestly, it's different every time.
Is it? Okay.
So the song that we wrote today, we had like a title idea and kind of went with that and kind of built it around the title. And sometimes I will just have like an idea or a story or something that I've been through that I want to write about, or, you know, sometimes a melody. And sometimes I like work out the melody and then the words come, and or a really cool like piano or guitar hook. So it just really depends every time. I'd say quite often though it is like a title or kind of a general idea, and then sometimes the title doesn't come until later. Like sometimes you write the song and you're like, that could be the title. So sometimes it's different every time. It's sometimes too I journal a lot, and sometimes I'll journal and be like just pouring my heart out into my journal, and then I'll read it and be like, hey, that's the song. Like there's a song in that.
Staring right at you.
Yeah.
Huh?
Exactly. Yeah. So it definitely happens in different ways.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, have you thought about putting together an album, or, you know, since music is sold digitally, a lot of artists are just selling singles right now, and that may be the road that you're going to go, or just do a 4 or 5 song EP or something like that. Kind of, how are you going about releasing singles right now?
Yeah, well, I released my debut album, Golden, in 2016. So, wow, coming up on 5 years at the end of May, which is crazy how time flies.
Yep.
And I released 3 singles off of that album. And then ever since then, I've just been recording and releasing singles. Okay. And I think just because kind of the way the industry's gone with singles and radio and everything, but I would love to put out another actual album where I can actually, you know, get physical copies printed, because I still love to collect albums. I still love to like read the liner notes, see who produced, see who played, see who wrote the songs, read the thank yous. Like I love that. Yeah. And so I would so like to release another one. And I do have some like, you know, older aunties and people like that who don't really do like Spotify or iTunes, and they want like the physical albums. There are still people out there that really value that. So, and they're nice to sell at shows too. When shows start up again up here in Canada, it's nice to have those albums, because a lot of people like to still buy those at shows and, you know, get them signed. And so I would like to work towards an album. As far as when, I mean, I initially, before the pandemic, kind of thought, ooh, maybe I'll be doing an album in 2020 or 2021. But now I think that's pushed a little bit, just because, you know, we haven't had like the live shows going on and stuff. So I have to work out kind of a business plan with that, and get some funding together and possibly apply for some grants up here in Canada to be able to do another full-length album. But it's definitely on my list of things to do. And also a Christmas album I would love to do.
That's all good stuff, man. I love every bit of that. You know, when I was doing my classic country music show this afternoon, and I told you about that before we went on the air with the indie country and this interview, I was talking to a buddy of mine who used to DJ for this radio station out of Little Rock, Arkansas, and he's been to a ton of concerts back in the day, in the 90s, like when the 90s country was really hot. And he actually showed me on Facebook Messenger, while I'm live on the air, a picture of a signed album that he got from Sammy Kershaw. So, yeah, those are things that people, you know, really miss if you don't make a physical copy of something. And it's really neat how they're kind of making a comeback. I see those vinyl albums, even from Elvis Presley, who obviously can't sign it for you now, but they're making a comeback, and they're in the Walmart stores here in the United States.
Yeah, and I love old vinyl. I actually collect. I have an old record player, like a vintage one, and I actually collect old vinyl. And I love going into like vintage stores when I travel, and I love going into vintage stores and just looking for the records. So yeah, it's just something about it, just a different sound when you can play it that way. And I think even with CDs, it's just fun to be able to read everything in them and like you said, get it signed and have that physical copy to hold on to. So I'm definitely hoping to do that again for my fans. In the next year or so would be nice, and even possibly do an album of all the singles that I've released.
Yeah, that's awesome because when I was a younger man, a lot younger than I am now, there used to be a record store. You might remember it. It's called Sam Goody's. And I used to go in that store and look at all those records and albums and even cassette tapes and whatever and think, man, that's stuff that I would aspire to play on the radio. And then coming up in the 80s, I started doing that. I started playing 80s music and then went to country in about 1999.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, you're looking at all of that stuff going, I'm either going to, make music like this or I'm going to play music like this. You went the, you're going to be the artist, I'm going to be the DJ, and look at us now. Here we are talking on the radio.
So awesome. Yeah. And it's so great how, we all just work together doing our passion and we all bring different things to the table and it's all important, songwriters are important, musicians that play on the albums, the producers and engineers, the artists, radio DJs, like everyone, it just brings so much, and we all work together to bring the music to the masses and do what we love. So
absolutely.
so great.
And you guys work so hard at it. You are entrepreneurs. You have businesses of your own, and it's a hard job getting that music not only made and finished, but putting it out there and getting it on radio stations like ours that help you get it out there and eventually hopefully get it on FM, and then it starts charting on Billboard and the rest goes from there. So it is a long, hard process of work.
It definitely is, and that's why I'm so thankful for stations like you who play my music and play all of the indies. It just means so much, and Canadian Country Radio has been good with this new single, Household. I'm getting some pretty good play and a little bit of international play, which has been awesome. And yeah, it's just such a blessing. Anytime I get to be on air and do an interview, I just jump at it. I love to connect, love to chat.
I'm sure glad you did. And 30 minutes goes by when you're having this much fun chatting like we are. It's almost time, but we appreciate the time tonight. Before I let you go, though, I do want to let everybody know what your website is and where they can find you, because you're awesome and they're going to love your music. And if they missed the story you told tonight about your latest single, Household, they got to go back and read that, because it touched me, and I did not know that about that song. So I'm loved doing this interview tonight. Tell them what your website is.
Thank you so much. My website is www.aliciamusic.com. So it's ALECIA music.com. And you can find me, Alicia Eichel, on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, Instagram, YouTube, and I do have a music video coming out for Household, and it should be out hopefully in the next week or so, just waiting on all the editing to get finished up, and I'm pretty excited for that one.
Nice. Well, I love your website because no other gal named Alicia can come and steal that from you. You got a lock on that one, didn't you, from aliciamusic.com?
I did.
You're a smart business lady, too.
Yep, you got to be in this business.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time tonight. Come back anytime. You release something else. I know I'm going to play it on the radio. We might as well do this again, huh?
Sounds great. I would love to. Thank you so much for having me on tonight, Tim.
You are welcome. Her name is Alicia Eichel. It is AICHELLE. So I spelled it out for you. If you missed that, this is recorded, so you can go back and check her out again. This is called Get Lost. I've been told that a time or two on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Things up. Don't it feel like we're stuck in a rut? I'm tired of like life's on repeat. You know what I mean. Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us, leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone, get lost. Oh, get lost, yeah. Let's fill up your old truck and burn it down. Leave some fresh tire marks on the edge of this town. Dust off an old mixtape labeled strawberry wine. I'm cruising under that hot July moon until it no longer shines. Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us, leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone and get lost in each other's touch back where love was enough, like two kids at 17. Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us, leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone and get lost. Let's get lost. Yeah.
This hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by OutHouseTickets.com, helping save the small venues. Small event venues have been entirely shut down due to COVID-19. Countless people have lost 100% of their income overnight. It's not only the performers and producers that are affected, thousands of jobs rely on the small venues to survive. Why not donate a few dollars today to help save the small venues and keep live music alive? Visit OutHouseTickets.com to donate today and save the small venues.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm on the road again, but you're on my mind. Writing another song about you tonight. Picturing your blonde hair when you wake up, rocking my hoodie, girl, I miss you so much. But I'll be back soon, just know I wanna come home to you, late night cooking, make a mess too. The living room watching our favorite shows. Down the hall, girl, I hope you know that you're all I think about, and all I need. Yeah, you make time stop when you're with me. Girl, if you already knew, you're the one I wanna come home to. Keep thinking about you all the time. Yeah, the boys think I'm crazy, but that's just fine. Yeah, they hit me with a man, she's out of your league, but that's alright with me. I wanna come home to you, late night cooking, make a mess too. The living room watching our favorite shows. Down the hall, girl, I hope you know that you're all I think about, and all I need. Yeah, you make time stop when you're with me. Girl, if you already knew, you're the one I wanna
Yeah, I wanna come home to you. I just wanna come home to you. Yes, I do. I wanna come home to you. Late night cooking, make a mess of two. Living room watching our favorite shows. Down the hall, girl, I hope you know that you're all I think about, and all I need. Yeah, you make time stop when you're with me. Girl, if you already knew, you're the one I wanna come home to. I wanna come home to you. I wanna come home to you.
That is the latest single from Dylan Raymond. D-Y-L-A-N is how you spell Dylan. His first name, Dylan Raymond, and that is called Home to You. Welcome to the second hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. A big thank you to Alicia Eichel from Canada for joining us tonight. And I didn't even tell her off the air that I'm going to be in Nashville in September, so hopefully we can hook up if she's going to be there at that time. She's back and forth all the time and trying to make it in Nashville permanently, so we wish her all the success in the world. We will sure be playing her new single, Household, and a lot of her other songs. She is fantastic. We'll get her next week on Triple Play Thursday. This next artist has performed this song about 3-4 weeks ago at the Grand Ole Opry stage in that little circle that everybody wants to be in at the Ryman Auditorium. She is doing amazing things with it. This is Brandy Clark. It is called Remember Me Beautiful on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
I thought that a woman would live forever. I guess I grew up, but I swear she never grew old. Sometimes I put on a favorite sweater when I'm all alone and the world feels cold. She'd say you should have known me when I was 20, when life was a long road ahead with no end. I was a fast car riding pretty, but I had a ball and I'd do it all again. Remember me beautiful, remember me young, remember me smiling with my face towards the sun. Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love. I don't think I ever heard her talk about dying. She was just too busy living every day. When I want to call her up and I can't stop crying. If heaven had a phone, I'm sure she'd say, remember me beautiful, remember me young, remember me smiling with my face towards the sun. Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love. I told her she could go if she was ready, and I promised her that we'd all be okay. She needed me, so I was strong and I leaned in close and I hope she heard me say, remember me beautiful, remember me young, remember me smiling with my face towards the sun. Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love. Remember my love.
New country sounds like this.
For one night in Tulsa, for one night in Tulsa.
And this.
And I want, yes, I want me a woman like that.
And this.
Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Baby, it turns me on when you start twirling your hair. The way you shimmy out them shoes as you head for the stairs. And I can't stop watching as you walk down the hall. I know you're thinking what I'm thinking. Is that black dress fall? I wanna kiss your lips till I run out of breath. I wanna feel your heartbeat on my chest. I wanna take a little time to unwind and wrap you up in love. I'm gonna hold you tight like never before. I wanna live my life with you forevermore. Girl, let me take a little time to unwind and wrap you up in love. When you say you want me, I won't put up a fight. Girl, I could stay here in the covers for the rest of the night. So let me lay you down and just get lost in your touch. When your body's on my body, I don't wanna run. No, I wanna kiss your lips till I run out of breath. I wanna feel your heartbeat on my chest. I wanna take a little time to unwind and wrap you up in love. I'm gonna hold you tight like never before. I wanna live my life with you forevermore. Girl, let me take a little time to unwind and wrap you up in love. I wanna kiss your lips till I run out of breath. I wanna feel your heartbeat on my chest. I wanna take a little time to unwind and wrap you up in love. Oh, I'm gonna hold you tight like never before. I wanna live my life forevermore. Girl, let me take a little time to unwind and wrap you up in love. I'm gonna take my time up in love.
That is the latest single from Darren Morris and the Darren Morris Band, our good friend from Gilmer, Texas. It is called Wrap You Up in Love. I love that song, and I'm going to keep wrapping you up in music. We're going to go until 10 p.m. Central Time tonight with the best in new country music, and we've got more country music on the way. All I got to do is just move this mouse over and push play. Isn't that a cool deal? Let's do it right now for this next gentleman. His name is Matt Stell. This is called Everywhere But On. It is on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
It's a big old world outside this little town. Thought that's all I needed to drown you out. It was gonna be easy. It was supposed to be easy. Put some days, put some miles in the rear view. A few state lines between me and you. Just a little space and time and I'd be fine. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I've moved everywhere but on. My mail's still going to Mama's house, 'cause I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you, and why I still think about you. Just biding my time making ends meet, loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete, planning my next move, getting over you, yeah. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. If I had it my way, this old highway would've fixed me up somehow, would've led me home by now. Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. Looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. I moved everywhere.
Hey man, I love country music.
Me too!
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Half of my friends got married, 2 kids, a house and a yard. The other half still wasted every Friday night at the bar. Some moved across the country, some never left this town. Got it a little more together, but not quite figured out. We were 17 and running free. Thought I knew it all at 23. But in my 30s, I finally feel a little more like me, making just a little bit more money, and I know right where I stand. But I'm still learning, giving up on getting it perfect, not chasing anything that's not worth it, and lost. But here afraid to say no. I'm precious with my time. I don't get mad if things don't last. I just say goodbye. I take myself to dinner and get that good champagne. Sometimes I still wonder if I'll ever change my name. Will I know it all at 43? Guess I'll have to wait and see. But in my 30s, I finally feel a little more like me, making just a little bit more money, and I know right where I stand. But I'm still learning, giving up on getting it perfect, not chasing anything that's not worth it. Little lost, but here I am. Damn, in my 30s. In my 30s, growing up in my 30s. In my 30s, growing up in my 30s. They all keep telling me the best years are right now. And I can't plan it all, but I plan on finding out. In my 30s, I finally feel a little more like me, making just a little bit more money, and I know right where I stand. But I'm still learning, giving up on getting it perfect, not chasing anyone that's not worth it. Little lost, but here I am. Damn, in my 30s. In my 30s, growing up in my 30s. In my 30s, growing up in my 30s.
That is Emma White. It is called 30s, and a great video to that on YouTube that you can check out as well. Emma White is who she is, and that is a hit song right there called 30s. Well, this next song is a hit song. Everybody loves it. After I push play, you'll recognize it right away when it is from the artist from the state of Texas who got a triple play last night on Triple Play Thursday. His name is Randall King. This is called Hey Moon on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Hey moon, it's me again, that guy that's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey moon, there's someone you see that stands between her love and me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky. Oh, but I gotta try. Hey moon, is she looking up from her room and thinking of us as she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again? Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey moon,
listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
Pretty good at leaving and pretty good at coming back. I'm pretty good at crying. I'm pretty used to that. You're pretty easy on the eye, pretty hard on the heart. Until you heard me say goodbye, you thought you were pretty smart. Hey pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you. My heart didn't have a choice, and you thought you had me wrapped around your finger, that you thought I'd always be here. I know it hurts like hell, but sometimes love ain't pretty, boy. There's no use in trying to use those pretty words, 'cause I know you're lying. Nothing I ain't already heard. Save your pretty promises, save your pretty breath, 'cause tonight you're gonna end up in a pretty lonely bed. Hey pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you. Like my heart didn't have a choice. And you thought you had me wrapped around your finger, that you thought I'd always be here. I know it hurts like hell, but sometimes love ain't pretty, boy. Love ain't pretty, boy. So go on and find some pretty face that thinks you're pretty cool, 'cause I think it's pretty safe to say I ain't your pretty fool. Hey pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you. Like my heart didn't have a choice. Oh, and you thought you had me wrapped around your finger, that you thought I'd always be here. I know it hurts like hell, but sometimes love ain't pretty, boy. Love ain't pretty, boy.
That is the latest single from Sydney Mack, M-A-C-K, Sydney Mack, and I found her on TikTok, rather. She's on YouTube as well, but that is her latest single called Pretty Boy, and go follow her on TikTok, and you can find out all of what she's got going on and her brand new music. Man, I'll tell you what, that is a cool app, because even before the song is released, the artists are on there promoting it and wanting you to pre-save it. So if you love music like I do, you'll definitely want to do that. This next gentleman is from Oklahoma. His name is Cody Hibbard. This is called Just for the Record on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on a finally Friday.
Just for the record, the reason you ain't heard from me is I've been trying to find the right words, and it ain't been easy. Just for the record, I know it's long overdue, but I gotta get this off my chest the only way I know how to. Yeah, girl, this one's for you. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Just for the record, I wouldn't take back one kiss, I wouldn't change one thing about you, wouldn't undo one thing I know all that don't matter now. You got your life all figured out, and I'm just out here on the road with a bottle of Jack and a guitar, singing to no one. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back road mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. So I don't forget about your blue eyes and how it feels to live with my regrets. Some songs are meant for a midnight drive, some songs are meant for a country crowd, some songs you put on a back road mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Yeah, yeah, just for the record.
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Gonna be the strong ones, still standing when the hell comes.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
Got a counter full of long stems that never seem to die. My favorite's the pale pink, but I'll settle for white. Lucky me, I'm drowning in Valentine's. At least once a week, you got a dozen in hand, doing what you think makes you a good man. And I'll flash that fake smile once again. There's one for sneaking in too late at night, one for when sorry wouldn't make it right. A
There is another artist that went viral with that song on TikTok. Her name is Mae Estes. I knew in 60 seconds I had to have that one. I wanted to hear the other 2 minutes and 19 seconds. That is a fantastic song, and we're going to have a fantastic interview with Mae Estes on May the 13th. We'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time, like we always do, live from my basement studio in Branson, Missouri, and she will be calling in at about 7:30 p.m. Central Time, May the 13th. You can check out all of the artist interviews that I have coming up right on our website, KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. Our good buddy Mr. Josh Ward from Montgomery, Texas is up next. This is called Broken Heart on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
What's a cowboy supposed to do when a cowboy ain't supposed to cry? There's gotta be a beer somewhere that needs a tear when you just can't keep it all inside. Everywhere I go just ain't my kind of vibe. Folks are having fun, man, it must be nice. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. Ain't found another sad soul so far. Everybody must be doing fine, 'cause I'm in a rut, they're stuck in party time. All I wanna do is turn my radio on, reset the clock and hear a sad country song. But I'm just looking for a place to fall apart. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. Nothing quite goes with a fool sitting on a stool like burning whiskey over ice. And I wouldn't feel like such a fool if she fooled me once, but man, she fooled me twice. Everywhere I go, just can't seem to find neon lights and smoke. Damn, it don't feel right. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. I ain't found another sad soul so far. Everybody must be doing fine, 'cause I'm in a rut, they're stuck in party time. All I wanna do is turn my radio on, reset the clock and hear a sad country song. But I'm just looking for a place to fall apart. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart. Just can't seem to find a place to fall apart. Guess I'm the only one with a broken heart.
A warning to new music beginners. New music can be pointy. Do not run with new music. Ingesting new music could cause euphoric conditions. Smiling may occur. Do not ever point new music at anyone unless you mean to use it. And always get your new music from a reliable source.
Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I park my heart in a tollway zone. When things get hard, I just wanna get stoned with nobody around. the shape I'm in. Been here before. Lord knows I'll be here again, pouring them tall where there's no last call. Just me and my four-legged friends all having a ball. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here is just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Yeah, I know you're gonna probably call Mama. If you do, let her know I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home. Yeah, I might be off the wagon, but as long as the tails are wagging, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here's just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Yeah, I know you're gonna probably call Mama. If you do, let her know I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home. No, I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home.
Her name is Tara Thompson. That is called My Dogs Are Home. Great video to that one on YouTube. And she has a brand new single getting ready to be released. It is called Tennessee's Wild. And by the time I do a show next week, I'll have it. So we'll do a triple play Thursday probably for Tara Thompson. And maybe even play her brand new single next Friday as well. So stay tuned for that. Mr. Tyler Braden is up next. This is called Love is a Dead End Road on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best, syndicated all over the world. So you are hearing this great music, ladies and gentlemen.
Thought it was finding someone that was just like me, wanting college football up on the big screen every Saturday all through fall. But no, love is a dead-end road. Thought it meant she'd pick a guitar, shoot pool with the boys in a smoky old bar room, and throw 'em back without a second thought. But love is a dead-end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather around to see little bare feet take the very first step. Talk about it over and over again, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought, where you got her hand on the hold. Love is a dead-end road. Thought I had it all planned out, who she'd be, where we'd be now, on a right or wrong turn. As it turns out, this old boy found that love is a dead-end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to see her high school love take my little girl's hand. White dress, wedding bells, and daddy's last dance, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought, where you got her hand to hold. Love is a dead-end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to tell daddy goodbye just one more time. Here to say for one hell of a life, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. Oh, you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. We got her dead-end road. Love is a dead-end road.
Have you been injured in an accident or assaulted by some very loud music that comes out of your radio? If so, call the
Skip ad.
More nonstop country now.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Yesterday's dirty dishes sitting at the table with us. You stopped by for a smoke and a beer a couple hours ago, but you're still here. Fish sticks and mayonnaise, bush lights in a purple haze. Ain't a thing that I would trade for these moments with you, dear. I wanna bottle you up, I wanna take you home, I wanna put you on a hanging shelf, nice and close, so I could take you down when I'm feeling blue. Pour myself a big old glass of me and you. I wanna bottle you up. Looking like you crawled out of bed, tangled up in a spider web. You probably got a pounding head, last night's smoke on your breath. But you're sure looking pretty to me. You're like a tank of gasoline. Light a match within 10 feet and I bet you'd start to scream. I wanna bottle you up, I wanna take you home, I wanna put you on a hanging shelf, nice and close, so I can take you down when I'm feeling blue. Pour myself a big old glass of me and you. I wanna bottle you drop by here every week, bumming beers and heads of weed. We sit around and we shoot the breeze with little cups of homemade wine. My daddy used to make a homemade brew, Mama used to drink it too. They get drunk in the afternoon and they dance in the living room. I wanna bottle you up, I wanna take you home, I wanna put you on a low hanging shelf, nice and close, so I can take you down when I'm feeling blue. Pour myself a big old glass of me and you. I wanna bottle you up.
That is Joe Stam from the Joe Stam Band. That is S-T-A-M-M. That is called Bottle You Up. Boy, I agree with my vice president live in the chat room. Good set list tonight. And I'm kind of just winging it. But, man, I love playing music on, or push and play on the good stuff. That is a good one. You might want to bottle this show up. You can do that. It is on our Spreaker account after the show is over. Spreaker.com KICR.com. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio, and the show is downloadable. You can keep it and listen to it anytime you wish. And it is also on the iHeartRadio app in the podcast section. Same deal. Search KICR Indie Country Radio. My good friend Amber Ray Dunn from West Memphis, Arkansas is up next. This is called Barbershop on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Let me tell you about a place you might know, and maybe you've even been there. It's on a corner of the old main road, a place all the locals know. A cup of coffee and the weekend snooze. The farmers come when it's raining. All day long it's a revolving door of shades and clippers humming. And it don't matter where they're coming from, and it don't matter where they're going. All they needed was to turn off the phone from what they ain't away and nowhere. So they come in here and they can be Casanova. They'll tell you tall tales you can't believe what they told you. It all stays here when you get your little moment alone. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. Pierre Louis comes in every week. Anytime he's not out fishing. And Billy Jr. has a wild idea to bring the mullet back. And Ricky stops by from the liquor store. He's bragging about all his women. I can tell him, but he don't want to hear the reason that they're with him. And it don't matter where they're coming from, and it don't matter where they're going. All they needed was to turn off the phone from what there ain't no way and no way. So they come in here and they can be Casanova. They tell you tall tales you can't believe what they told you. It all stays here when they get that little moment alone. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. Does a man's heart good to open up and share his feelings? Things he wouldn't tell a soul. I know, 'cause I work at the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. And it don't matter where they're coming from, and it don't matter where they're going. All they needed was to turn off their phone from what there ain't no way and no way. So they come in here and they can be Casanova. They'll tell you tall tales you can't believe what they told you. It all stays here when they get that little moment alone. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh. At the barber shop, oh, oh, oh.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Rock on a window, pushing that truck. She's steering the wheel and I'm pushing my luck. Down to the corner, round the bend, firing it up and we're gone like the wind. Sometimes one night burns with the sunlight. Sometimes the right night turns into a lifetime. I can't believe that rock on her hand began with a rock on her window. Rock on her window. A weekend in Panama City. Her daddy said hell no, but mama slipped her a 50. It's hush, hush, hush as I'm pushing that truck. She's steering the wheel and we're pushing our luck. It's through Alabama, east on I-10, till the waves wash the innocence off our skin. Sometimes one night burns with the sunlight. Sometimes the right night turns into a lifetime. I can't believe that rock on her hand began with a rock on her window. Rock on her window. She says this time I can't see her, 'cause she's wearing a white dress. Says this time her daddy will bring her. Sometimes one night burns with the sunlight. Sometimes the right night turns into a lifetime. I can't believe that rock on her hand began with a rock on her window. With a rock on her window.
That is the latest single from Blaine Howard. He grew up in Hot Springs, Arkansas, but now lives in Nashville, Tennessee. I went to school with his mother in junior high, and we are still good friends to this day. And her son's pretty darn good at country music, isn't he? Rock on Her Window, Blaine Howard. Check that one out on YouTube. It is fantastic as well. Welcome to the third hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio, having a great time in our live chat room, interactive, and lots of good people in there. We call them family around here. You can join the crowd every Thursday and Friday night after 7 p.m. Central Time is when we hit the airwaves, and our live account is right there on our website as well, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. This next artist is a good buddy of mine. Been a few years since we've seen each other. He is from Kennett, Missouri, over in the boot heel of the state. He is Trent Tomlinson, and this is called When She Goes There. Let's go there right now on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best in hour number 3.
I know that number, but I ain't picking up. She's coming over, gonna pick up her stuff. Ain't in the mood for a real big fight, wrecking my mind. Hell no, not tonight. Turn off the lights, and lock it all up. Grab the keys and go fire up the truck. Ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. As long as I'm bellied up to a bar, I won't see her climbing out of her car. I won't see her stepping up on that porch, coming that door, get to doing what she came here for. I know there's no way I can take her looking so good while she's walking away. If I'm gone, I could brush it off like it never really happened at all. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. Turn off the lights, hey, and lock it all up. Grab the keys and go fire up the truck. Ain't gonna be nowhere to be found when it all goes down. I don't wanna be here when she goes there, so I can't see that she don't care. If I don't see the leaving all over her face, I can keep believing everything's okay. If I don't feel the hurting hit and hear goodbye rolling off her lips, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. Hey, there's still a chance she ain't going anywhere. So I don't wanna be here when she goes there. Wanna be here when she goes there.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
We said goodbye 3 years ago today. There ain't been one single night without you for me.
What a voice on that young lady. She is Dusty Lee with Dusty Lee and the Claim Jumpers from the great state of Idaho. We have had our second radio interview, and I anticipate a third. She is fantastic. I love that song, 99 Halos. Mr. Blake Wood is up next. He was blowing this song up on TikTok before it got released. I'm Tim Kelly. I'm blowing it up since it got released. Everything I Want from Blake Wood on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
I got a little bit of hometown in my roots that I can't ever let go. Keep a little bit of dirt underneath these boots. You turn on my radio, you'll hear a little George Strait, little bit of Hank coming through the speakers. That girl riding shotgun, she's a good one, yeah, she's a keeper. I got a good view of a sunset, a southern belle spinning around in a sundress. You should hear the drawl when she starts to talk. Y'all, I ain't done yet. I got some true friends I can lean on, a two-lane this old truck can speed on. I'm just living life like a country song. Ain't rich, but I got everything I want. Yeah, I got everything I want. Hell, I might not know where I'll be in 20 years, but I'd be lying if I said this life wasn't cut out for me. Working each day for another dollar, no, I wouldn't trade this blue collar to live it any other way. Yeah, 'cause at the end of every day, I got a good view of a sunset, a southern belle spinning around in a sundress. You should hear the drawl when she starts to talk. Y'all, I ain't done yet. I got some true friends I can lean on, a two-lane this old truck can speed on. I'm just living life like a country song. Ain't rich, but I got everything I want. Got a good view of a sunset, a southern belle spinning around in a sundress. You should hear the drawl when she starts to talk. Y'all, I ain't done yet. I got some true friends I can lean on, a two-lane this old truck can speed on. I'm just living life like a country song. Ain't rich, but I got everything I want. Yeah, I got everything I want. Yeah, yeah, everything I want.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's Country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
And this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
It's a tin roof on a front porch, a hound dog at the screen door. How could anybody want more than a little piece of heaven on dirt? You roll up in your off-road underneath that halo. Can't hide with camo, my little piece of heaven on dirt. Coyotes howling hallelujah, sundown saying I saw the light, sliding my rocking chair next to you. Swear I've never been this high by your side. Feels like I found my heaven on dirt. chickens pecking in the backyard, chicken picking on a guitar, going fishing when it gets dark. Oh, it sounds like heaven on dirt. Coyotes howling hallelujah, sundown singing I saw the light, sliding my rocking chair next to you. Swear I've never been this high by your side. Feels like I found my heaven on dirt. This old red clay barbed wire hideaway seems like a million miles away. Feels like another world sitting right here with you, girl. They can have their high-rise, concrete and bright lights. Long as I'm on this side, get me here and you and that flannel shirt. Ain't nothing worth this kind of church. It's like heaven on dirt. Can you hear that? Hear that? Baby, can you hear that? Coyotes howling hallelujah, sundown singing I saw the light, sliding my rocking chair next to you. Swear I'd never been so high by your side. Feels like I found my heaven on dirt. My little heaven on dirt. Heaven on dirt.
He was born in Australia, grew up in Canada, and now lives in Nashville, Tennessee. I had the distinct pleasure of interviewing him a couple of years ago. He is a two-time Canadian Country Music Association Male Vocalist of the Year, and that is his latest single called Heaven on Dirt, the one, the only Mr. Gord Bamford. Isn't he fantastic? Speaking of being lucky enough to interview him, this next song is called Lucky from another great Canadian artist. His name is Jade Eagleson on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best. Oh, yeah.
Never won $1 million on a scratch-off ticket. Hell, I ain't even won 5. Been out all day in a pontoon fishing on a lake full of bass, no bites. Been broke down on the side of the road in a truck I just fixed up. And I've prayed for rain for days and days. Well, them fields just turned up dust. So how did I get so lucky? You got me thanking those stars above me for the way you make every God-given day so sunny. It's funny, I'm even in Kentucky, but don't I know it? 'Cause of you it's all coming up roses. I still can't believe every time you tell me you love me, honey. How did I get so lucky? So lucky. So lucky. Those neon lights must have lined right up that night and your eyes caught mine. 'Cause there you were and there I was in the right place at the right time. Got a kiss like heaven, it's like I roll a 7 on a paradise. I still don't know what the soul boy did to get your hand in mine. Yeah, how did I get so lucky? You got me thanking those stars above me for the way you make every God-given day so sunny. It's funny, I ain't even in Kentucky, but don't I know it? 'Cause of you it's all coming up roses. I still can't believe every time you tell me you love me, honey. How did I get so lucky? did I get so lucky? You got me thanking those stars above me for the way you make every God-given day so sunny. It's funny I'm eating in Kentucky, but don't I know it? 'Cause of you it's all coming up roses. I still can't believe every time you tell me you love me, honey. How did I get so lucky? So lucky. So lucky.
New country sounds like this.
Talk to me, Texas. I'm proud of where I've been.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
They let me drive down that old gravel road in Papa's truck when I was 9 years old. Spent Sunday mornings in a sacred place. That's where I learned to sing Amazing Grace. Dear hometown, don't wanna let you down. Dear hometown, I hope I make you proud. A John Deere tractor in a field of gold, a rocking chair and a cherry coke, a million walnuts that I picked up, just trying to make myself a couple of bucks. Dear hometown, don't wanna let you down. Dear hometown, I hope I make you proud. Wherever I go, whatever I do, not a second goes by that I don't think of you. The more I live, the more I understand. You made me everything that I am. Blue and gold, I wore your number 8. We'd walk to Sonic for a strawberry shake. With all my friends, with all the time in the world, I hope you know I'll always be your girl. Dear hometown, don't wanna let you down. Dear hometown, I hope I make you proud. Dear hometown, I'm sure I'll see you around. Oh, dear hometown, I hope I make you proud.
Their hometown is Bolivar, Missouri, just north of where I'm broadcasting live in Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. They are Cross Atlantic. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. That is a great song, Dear Hometown. Cross Atlantic took it viral on TikTok, and that's where yours truly found them. Small world, isn't it? Well, here's another TikTok artist that has gone viral, Brandon Davis, with his latest single, What Cowboys Are For, on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio.
You don't need another outlaw. Ain't looking for another Jesse James.
Don't be fooled by my hat and boots. No, we ain't all the same. We don't all disappear into the sunset. Ain't all gunslanging, saloon doors swinging drunks. We ain't all rough cut ramblers out here gambling with love. From the looks of it, I can tell your heart's breaking. Dancing and stress, and you need saving. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're riding to the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. I'd walk 1,000 miles across the desert, climb 100 mountains just so I love you big as ass. Don't